Nearly half of Gen Xers are supporting both their aging parents and their kids, and most are just one unexpected expense away from debt. You've spent your whole life taking care of everyone else, but what happens when your parents need care? Your kids still need you, and there's nothing left for you. That's what we're talking about today in the Sandwich Generation's Guide to Financial Sanity: how to stop living paycheck to paycheck, create a safety net that actually works, and protect your future without abandoning your family's needs. Coming up, we're going to tackle three big questions. First, where do you even begin when it comes to helping your parents financially without drowning yourself in the process? Second, what kind of financial education can you pass down to your kids now so they don't end up repeating the same mistakes? And third, how do you actually do it all? Having those tough money conversations with your parents and your kids while still keeping your own plan on track. Let's dive in. When I first sat down at my parents' kitchen table to really help them see if they could retire, I thought it would be simple. After all, I worked at the bank for over 15 years at that time. How complicated could it be? But as we started looking through their statements, I realized they still had a mortgage at 65. And I remember thinking, how did I miss this? I'd spent years helping other people with their finances, and yet I never thought to ask my own parents about theirs. If they hadn't asked me to get involved, I probably never would have looked at my own RRSPs or pensions either. I just assumed I was fine, like most people do. Even when I myself met with a planner at the bank, the advice was so limited. Basically, he said, you'll run out of money at 85. That was it. No follow-up plan, no strategy to fix it. No one ever said, let's make sure you're mortgage free before you retire. And that's when it hit me. The only people who will truly look out for us are the ones who care enough to take a look. That moment completely changed how I saw money and retirement, not just for them, but for myself as well. Because when we look at our parents' finances, we're not just looking at their future, we're looking at ours. What we see in their story is a mirror of what's coming for us if we don't plan differently now. So let's start with the first thing you can do: getting involved with your parents' finances before it's too late. Aging parents are living longer than ever, and the costs of care keep climbing. Most of them won't bring up money, so you have to start the conversation gently but directly. The goal isn't to take over, it's to understand. Find out what's coming in: CPP, old age security, pensions, savings, maybe part-time income. Then figure out what's going out: mortgage or rent, medication, insurance, utilities, even little things like phone or TV subscriptions. Hey, if you're liking this video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you never miss any video at all going forward. Next, identify what assets they have: their home, RSPs, vehicles, or savings accounts. Then look for the leaks, the money that quietly disappears each month through fees, interest, or unused services. You'd be surprised how many older adults could live more comfortably if someone just helped them spot those leaks. I see it all the time in the senior living community I work with. Amazing people who worked hard their whole lives, but simply never planned for what living longer could cost. And here's the key: by reviewing your parents' finances first, you're able to stay more objective. You're not judging yourself yet. You're just learning. That makes it easier later when you turn the lens on your own numbers. Because if you don't do this early, be prepared to rely on government subsidies or debt later, bringing down not only yourself, but sometimes your kids too. Now, once you've done that, it's time to turn the mirror on yourself. When you see your parents' financial gaps, it's like a preview of your own story. You start to wonder, could this happen to me? Run the same audit on yourself. Where are your leaks? How much of your income is going toward your future, and how much is going towards everyone else's needs? Are you saving for emergencies or quietly relying on credit cards as backup? You'll start to notice the same patterns your parents had, the same blind spots, but now you can fix them. Here's a simple rule I teach clients: plan as if you'll live to 95, sometimes 100. Most financial advisors only plan to 75, and that's not enough anymore. If you want a practical place to start, print your last 3 months of statements. Grab a highlighter and mark every expense that doesn't align with your priorities. You'll quickly see where your money's going, and more importantly, where it's not. Now comes the part that truly creates a ripple effect: passing on what you've learned to your kids. Once you've seen your parents' reality and your own, use it to start open, honest conversations with your children. Teach them what you wish you'd known earlier, things like saving before spending, understanding debt and how money buys choices, not happiness. Like, give them real life examples. Tell them, when grandma was your age, a house cost 3 times her salary. Today, it's 10. Or show them how compounding works, how saving $50 a month at age 18 can grow into something huge by the time they're 40. And it doesn't have to be formal. Talk about money while you're grocery shopping or when they get their first job. Show them how to set up a simple budget or track spending on their phone. The point isn't perfection, it's awareness. When you open these lines of communication early, your kids start to see money as a tool they control instead of something that controls them. That's how you break generational cycle. Next, it's time to pull everything together and build a family financial plan that connects everyone. The goal isn't to merge money, it's to align knowledge and priorities. Think of it like this. Your parents' needs, your own goals, and your kids' future all sit in separate circles. The middle, where those circles overlap, that's where true financial security lives. Create a plan that considers 3 things: your parents' health care and living needs, your own retirement and debt repayment goals, your kids' education or launch fund for adulthood. You can even make it a tradition, a 3-generation money meeting. Start by reviewing your parents' needs, then revisit your own goals, and then finish with a short talk for your kids that fits their age. This plan keeps everyone informed and prevents those emotionally charged decisions that often happen during a crisis. When you do this, you're not just protecting your parents, you're creating a ripple effect that secures your whole family's future. And finally, let's talk about the part that so many of us struggle with: boundaries. You can't save everyone if you run out of air first. You've probably heard this before. Put your own oxygen mask on first. It's the same with money. Set clear boundaries around how much you can help for both parents and kids. That might sound like, we'll help with your down payment, but you'll handle your own closing costs. Or, we'll contribute this amount toward mom's care, but we're keeping our retirement contributions intact. That's not selfish. It's smart because your stability is the foundation for your family's future. And without those boundaries, burnout and bank debt will become your retirement plan. And none of us want that. All of this is what the Sandwich Generation's Guide to Financial Sanity is really about. Taking care of your family while finally taking care of yourself too. But even with the best plan in place, there's still one more challenge that can catch families off guard: when a parent's health or income suddenly changes. If that happens, their financial needs can shift overnight. Many families don't realize that a parent might qualify or soon need to qualify for government subsidies until it's too late. And by then, the options are limited, stressful, and often expensive. So the next step is learning what signs to watch for long before it becomes a crisis. Watch my next video, how to tell if your parent will need subsidies in older age. I'll walk you through what to look for, how subsidies actually work here in Canada, and how to prepare early so you can protect both your parents' dignity and your own financial peace of mind. Because protecting your parents shouldn't mean sacrificing your future. It should mean building one that works for everyone.